Warning, this article contains spoilers for Westworld Season 2. This season of Westworld is getting more intense by the episode, and next week's one looks like it could potentially be the most shocking yet, if the trailer is anything to go by. Episode 6 revisited Teddy, played by James Marsden, who is now a ruthless killer, having had his code altered by Dolores, Evan Rachel Wood, earlier in the season. Titled Phase Space, the episode brought viewers back into the Western-themed park following the previous one, which took place entirely in the Edo-era Japan-inspired Shogun world. Maeve Tandy Newton makes it back to the homestead and finds her daughter and the recently deceased park creator Robert Ford. Anthony Hopkins also made a surprise return via his consciousness. What is the song from Shogun World? What will happen in Westworld Season 2, Episode 7? Episode 7 of Westworld is called Les Ecorches and will be airing on Sky Atlantic on Monday, May 21st at 2 a.m. and 9 p.m. It will also be available to stream on Now TV. HBO's official synopsis for the installment is: Bernard grapples with the true meaning of the park, and the Man in Black, Ed Harris, discovers just how real the stakes are in Ford's game. Directed by Nicole Castle, the trailer opens with a conversation between Maeve and Dolores, the former of whom says, "You're lost in the dark," whose Katja Heber's character Grace. A cold response from Dolores can be heard, and when you've been in the darkness long enough, you begin to see. The scene switches to Ashley Stubbs, Hemsworth, and Charlotte Hale, Tessa Thompson, walking into a room that contains multiple host versions of Bernard, Arnold, Jeffrey Wright. This reveal was already hinted at in the Season 2 trailer released earlier this year. Charlotte takes a plastic cover of one of the Bernard hosts as Dolores' voiceover continues, "He made us in your image. What is the weapon in Westworld Season 2? Created us to look like you, think like you, bleed like you. Do you really think I'd let that continue?" It is not shown but implied here that Dolores is speaking to a human. The Man in Black is shown briefly, as is an armed and bloodied Teddy, before Dolores leads her followers in what looks like will be some sort of battle. A conversation between Bernard and Ford is then shown, who is William's father-in-law, Jim Delos. Viewers will remember that this is taking place inside the cradle where Ford uploaded his consciousness before he died. He cheerfully says, "What is about to happen will not be our fault," to which Bernard breathlessly replied, "No." Then the control room at the Mesa is overrun with fighting hosts and humans as Dolores fires a gun before a shot of Maeve screaming takes over. Who is William's wife, Juliet, who plays her? A robotic voice tells Bernard to open his eyes, and the reflection in his eyes shows Charlotte standing in front of him. Could Charlotte be a host? Some theories have long predicted that the young Delos executive may not be who she seems. Westworld Season 2, Episode 7 airs on Sky Atlantic on Monday, June 4 at 9 p.m.